All right, I cannot believe I'm saying this. Well, I can a little bit, but for different reasons. Welcome to another episode of the Pink Boys podcast slash. Hold on.
Hold
What's
on.
that?
I do apologize. Please excuse me, gentlemen. Oh,
Is this? Is this
my
Dr.
base Latina tradwife is calling me. Just one second. Hola, ¿qué pasa, mami? Sí. Mami. Sí. Mami. Mami.
Oh, damn.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Pink Boys podcast. And I've got a really fucking annoying band playing outside of my window. It kind of sounds like the Weather Channel, really. So if you hear it, it kind of sounds like a band for like Pink Boys Tonight. You know what I mean? So my apologies if you hear that, but there's really nothing I can do about it.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. We're in the basement of a club, and we're in the VIP section right now. So
No, I think Tyson is a fat Asian Andy Richter for what's that show with the is that Conan that he's on?
dude, I am not
That's
that fat.
Conan
Fuck off, dude.
O'Brien?
Yeah,
the Pink Boys podcast.
That is kind of what he
I just want to
sounds
say,
like.
no,
actually.
no. I could take Andy Richter in a fight in like 1 second. So
We're
on
coming
sale.
to you live from Las Vegas, presenting
Pink
the
Live.
Pink Boys podcast.
Presenting Pink Boys live, and then Tyson walks out on stage, fucking chin strap on his fucking face.
You know, how fucking sick would it be to film an episode in the casino, though?
God,
Yeah,
I would love that.
I guess I don't know
Caesar's
how the
Palace?
logistics of that
Ooh,
would work
that's-
out.
We could
Caesar's
we
Palace
could
is like the
laugh
end game
as,
for the Pink Boys.
we could laugh
Is
as
it?
you know, in Rush Hour 2 when they dress up in shit in suits and they infiltrate that casino.
Yeah, and Chris Tucker's character makes $100K at the crap stadium,
Yeah,
and then has
this
no
one's for
distraction.
Mandela.
And he's like, we could have had something, but you want crazy bitch.
You one crazy bitch.
Oh,
okay,
speaking
you
of
know
Rush
what?
Hour, I've actually watched
Go ahead.
every single Rush Hour film now. I'm not
That's
caught up on the
Yes.
lore.
Okay,
I just
what do
want to
you think?
say, rank 1, Rush Hour 1.
Okay.
Second,
okay.
Rush Hour 3, and last
Yep.
is Rush
What?
Hour 2.
Yep, that's exactly how it goes. That's how it goes.
No.
Nothing personnel.
It's Rush Hour 2, and then it's Rush Hour.
Rush Hour 2 is your favorite?
Yes.
It's alright. Like, it's doable.
Wow.
Are you
That's-
kidding me?
Maybe I's gone so deep down the Rush Hour hole we haven't, and he's ahead of us. You know, maybe he knows something we don't.
I think
so.
you guys need to dig at the iceberg a little more.
yeah, yeah. Not the paranormal iceberg, the Rush Hour iceberg. Did Lee's father really die at the bottom of the iceberg? You know, man, I
He
could
doesn't.
go.
He doesn't know about. He doesn't know about Tucker's adamantium Benjamins.
Hold on. If I'm Jackie Chan and Ari is Chris Tucker, who's Moyer?
I am not Chris Tucker. Moya is Chris Tucker.
I'm the girl in the first movie who disarms the bombs with the short hair that dances in her underwear.
Oh,
in
yeah.
that one scene.
Oh yeah, Shai Shen.
No, not Shai
the
Shen.
permanently angry
wait.
Latina girl.
Yes, she's
Oh.
in the LAPD, and Chris Tucker hits on her, and then you never see her again, which is dumb because I thought she was kind of funny. But
Come on, man, you didn't even sleep with her, man. So was her eyes a little bit droopy, and she works at El Poco Loco.
oh no, I liked when I could talk about this for the entire hour, but I'll just say real quick the part where Chris Tucker's like he's talking to her on the phone. He's like, "All right, just for that, I'll tell." Or he was like, "Don't tell anyone that that story I made up about us sleeping together after the Christmas party wasn't true." And and she was like, "What?" And then he hangs up the phone.
Well, Pansy
It's
wins.
hilarious. Oh yeah, what color panty?
Dude, when I saw that, I was fully expecting her to be like Chris Tucker's wife by the third film.
Nah,
Kind of said it didn't work out.
Nah.
she wasn't hot enough to keep it going along. And then I love when Chris Tucker sees the young girl in the third movie, the diplomat's daughter, and was like, damn, she's like that. She was like smoking hot Asian chick. It's funny. So
I bet you don't even understand a word that I'm saying, but I want to strip you down, cover you in honey,
Mother you up like a
like
biscuit.
a piece of Wonder Bread.
oh,
Something
no.
like that.
All right, I'm gonna have to.
I actually speak 3 languages. Is one of them English?
And Rush Hour 3 has that great Paris scene where they're pretending to use Tommy guns on the stage. I forget what the word they're saying is during the play. Do you remember? It's like da-na, da-na, and I don't.
Stuff.
Yeah, but it was great. So, all right, glad we got Rush Hour out of the way. Really impressed with you guys. I'd like to get it back into the fold, but we'll talk about crypto, and hopefully we can avoid Tyson's personal life for at least 5 to 10 minutes before moving back into that.
What personality is he choosing this week?
No promises.
Choose your personality. Tyson's like me when I was a teenager, where I'd see a band, I'd be like, I want to be that guy, or I'd see a skateboarder, I'd be like, I want to be that guy, and then I act like that for a week. I want to be a jock. I want to be this.
I just have different interests and different personalities.
You're the fucking Mega Man title screen where you.
No, I don't have different personalities. I just have different aspects of a personality.
Before every episode, Tyson is like, no,
Tyson, I have 2 personalities. Nicest guy you'll ever meet, and twisted fucking
You change personalities every week like you're picking from a fucking Street Fighter roster.
Okay, what was I last week then?
I don't know, fucking
You're an introspective, grieving weirdo talking about I don't know, shitty movies or something. You weren't a hopeless romantic, but maybe we'll talk about that more later. So, but all right, I appreciate that good fill in for Rush Hour. And just real quick before we get started, we're minus an Australian today. No comment. So Tyson, how have you been doing?
I've been good.
Yeah.
Dude, this year is looking to be a lot better than the last one. I'm planning some overseas trips. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, he says this
Can't wait to fucking go on them.
Yeah, I'm planning. I actually am taking a good look at some overseas trips as well. Hopefully, we'll just use this podcast as our travel planner. But just real quick, I really do think I will be on the other. Sorry, yeah. I'll be on the other side of the pond probably in October. That's what it's looking like.
Let's go.
Hopefully I'll see one of you fucking losers out there.
Wait, in October?
Which would be great. Yeah, it's looking like it.
Did you say October?
No.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Wait, what's wrong
Why?
with
Bad.
Tyson?
Because
Why?
I'm planning
Why
to
is
go
that
to
bad?
NYC in October.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go to New York?
Japan.
There's nothing to fucking see in New York City.
Yes,
There's
there is. The
nothing to
homeless
do.
people.
Yeah, you could get that anywhere. I can walk out my apartment right now and
But New York homeless people are a special breed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't accept anything
They're
less
next
than
level.
$10
Yeah.
for tips.
I want to get cussed out by one.
Tyson's gonna ask on Reddit before he goes over, how much are you supposed to tip homeless people in New York City?
I'm not gonna tip a single thing. I hate homeless people, dude.
Wow, I actually would like to dig a little deeper
Before
into
and
that.
after crypto.
But yeah, right, before and after paying crypto taxes. No, just kidding.
What crypto does to a motherfucker.
All right.
But yeah,
Tyson.
dude.
All right,
In a couple, I think in June, I'm going to Asia for 2 months, and then in October, me and Ari potentially might be going to NYC, and then afterwards Tokyo, which hopefully you could join us for that as well, Moyer.
Yeah, we'll see. I might only be able to make it out to Europe, but you never know. You never know how times change. How are you doing?
Yeah, alright, I guess. I mean, some interesting developments in recent weeks regarding, let's say, physiology, but other than that, same old.
Physiology.
Is that the right term?
I has made some anatomical discoveries about himself.
Some alarming discoveries.
Some alarming. Scientists are baffled by this man.
This one, ironically.
Okay, well, something tells me if I press further into that, I will regret it.
You will regret
Something
it.
tells
So
me you
let's not
successfully
do
grew
that.
your foreskin back, didn't you?
No, that's one thing they'll never get back.
So, yeah, doctors really hate me for that.
Yeah, some say that's in a man's stomach. You'll never get it back. So,
Well, it's probably, to be honest, it's probably on some, like...
It's probably
face
on your
somewhere.
face. Yeah, it's probably on.
No, it's probably sitting in a tub of moisturizer.
Hey, and you know what? A certain group of people, thank you for your contribution. So I really, really appreciate that. But while we're all here, so Tyson, hopefully we don't crisscross like ships that pass in the night when we go on our trips. Hope I can see you out there somewhere.
Let's go.
And maybe I can join. But until then...
Yeah, but I mean, best case scenario, when you say on a ship, you mean Tyson chopped up in a shipping container.
He's going to end up like that by the things he's been telling me he wants to pull off when he goes overseas. He's like, dude, when I'm in New York, I'm going to do this. I'm like, you're going to get punched in the fucking face.
Tyson's plan is basically just one way to bait the cartel and end up on a fucking live leak video.
Yeah, that shit may fly.
I might not show it, but you should know I can fight. So,
oh yeah.
Okay.
I look forward to seeing your head being severed off by a chainsaw.
Yeah. I don't know if that's something they do in New York, but
maybe not in New York, but maybe on the border.
There was that subway Tyson's gonna end up in a cartel video. Just some guy saying like, "Hey, puta," Tyson crying. Then they just cut his head off with a knife. Yeah, actually, I'm looking forward to that. Come right over, Tyson. You guys don't think the border and New York are close to each other? I always think it's funny people's impression. Okay, all right. Like whenever I talk about Atlantic City, our resident Australian is like, "Oh, you were in Atlanta? Atlanta?" Tyson did the same thing. It's like, no, they're completely different places and completely different areas.
The same thing then. Don't name it the same thing.
there was no grand town naming council. It's just Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin just putting out names for our country for the rest of its existence. Sorry we couldn't do that for you. Some countries aren't just a single island where Jacinda is down the street and you can watch her get changed. So
I hate it when you guys forked real places in the UK.
We what?
You guys forked places in the UK.
Oh,
it's actually really funny. Yeah, especially when I started doing a little bit of work that involved the UK. I'm like, wait, all of these town names and street names are ones from here. We really are the most unoriginal appendage country ever. We're just all we're binded together by is capital, and that's it. So we just have no real identity. That's
hopefully not even that either soon.
Let me guess. The most common street name is Victoria Avenue or Victoria Street. Am I right?
Not
generic.
In the US, but
that's so generic.
You got a lot of like Smithvilles and anything that's over here, it's over there. But all right, but before we solve more transatlantic and geographical name related issues, let's just get it out of the way and talk about, because I'm appalled by it, and I'm incredibly bored by what's going on in the markets. But, I actually don't think it's all that bad, considering it feels like Bitcoin's actually been holding a bit stronger than I suspected. I've been waiting for a dump for the last few days. I was waiting to wake up and see it around the 38s or 37s, but it's still holding around 39.4, 39.7. So... Are we staving off another catastrophic dump and getting ready for a push up, or are we back to bear mode? Because I'm actually not feeling bearish, really. I'm really not feeling that bearish at all. And the only thing that's making me feel bearish is the overall economy, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point. So, Tyson, or whoever.
Tyson, you go first.
Okay.
I'm bearish. We broke a major trend line on the daily that's been going back since the start of this year.
Yeah,
and it's probably going to crab for like maybe a couple more days, but I feel like the next stop is 35k to 33k, around there. Yeah, and what you said about like the economy, that's also like the main catalyst as well, because people like to think like because Bitcoin is compressed enough or it's chilled out for a long enough time that it must go up. Well, it doesn't have to, right? Like the economy is so bad that it's leading Bitcoin, and every time the SPX moves, it's like nearly a 1-to-1 movement on Bitcoin as well. So, I'm bearish for the short term future.
What do you think?
Yeah, so same thing with the trend line. I think the current daily candle is just a retest, and I think after this, we're probably going to dump. I think my support level at the moment, I have two. So the first one is around 36.6, and after that, it's around, I guess it's between 30k and like 35k. So I do have a feeling though. I have a feeling that
I got a feeling.
tonight's gonna be a good night.
There was a girl I used to date in high school going into college who, whenever she would come drive to check on me at work or talk to me at work, she would hear that song in the car. So after we dated, she would be like, that song always reminded me of you. I'm like, that's a terrible song. That's a terrible song to remind
it's
you
not.
of
It's
me.
nostalgia kino.
It is kind of nostalgic.
I don't know. I ended up hooking up with her years later, and she was like, "Do you still listen to John Mayer?" And I'm like, "What?"
What?
She was like, "You were really into John Mayer when you were younger." I was like, "Wow, I was actually." Huh? Whatever.
Damn.
Can't win them all. But go ahead, I keep going. You got a feeling what? You're a good kid. Me too.
Thanks. I have a feeling that okay, so the daily trendline break. I feel like this is really, really obvious looking. So yeah, I have a feeling that we're probably going to bullshit pump our way up to like maybe 41k, and then just nuke right after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, at least there'll be a temporary respite. But did you
Yeah,
have anything to add?
I think that could happen in the next day or so. If it doesn't, then yeah, let's just go straight to the dump. But
to
yeah.
28k.
Yeah, I mean that's the lower range. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's beyond that, then you know, let's just close the charts and just go on holiday a little bit early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be anything terrible that's going to be earth-shattering and make us forget about crypto for a year, like back in the day. But I do think it might be time to just walk away for a little bit and not be as tied up, because we're going to be stuck in this zone for quite some time, it feels like, and it's not gonna pull out of it in a positive way, it feels. But I do think in the end,
It doesn't
the
even
price
matter.
will prevail. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. I do think Bitcoin's price will prevail in the end. Tyson, did you have anything to add to that before I did?
I saw a really good chart on Twitter a couple days ago where there was a big fractal, and if it was it was a 2-year period before the previous halving, and it looks like we're in the same fractal right now. So if it plays out right, we have about a 2-year period before we pump up again. So probably like dump and then pump back up and just crab in this like 40k region up until halving again, and then maybe we start to push towards 60k and look for all-time highs from there.
In what, 2 years?
Whenever the next halving is, I think that's going to be the inflection point. And as of right now,
That's in like
the next one,
2024, I think.
yeah, around 2 years from now.
I don't think I'll make it that long, just by the way
Yeah,
I've been
we'll be dead.
conducting myself. Yeah, I'll find some way to die in that time. Not by my own hands, but someone else's. So
You know what? You know what? Dying around now is selling the top. Let's be honest.
No, I don't know. I won't get too deep into that. But what I will say, and you made me think about this while you were talking. So,
Hold on.
You know
if,
how-
if all of us
go
were,
ahead.
if all of us were to die in the 2-year period, I'd obviously die from a heart attack. Or I would die from a schizophrenic episode, and then what would more die from?
I would die from a gambling strip club related incident. Absolutely. The way,
Tyson, I think you're more likely to die from doing something retarded than a heart attack.
I think, and it wouldn't be because of a specific event. I think Tyson's heart is eventually just going to be like, "Fuck this! I have had enough." And just give
Well,
it a
I was
break.
thinking he had some disgusting disease from a stripper.
No.
I don't know. He might conduct himself in those venues better than I do, but you can never be too sure. He might go into Asian businessman mode and sit there slenderly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his move is. Maybe we'll find out this year. But
Come
They're
on.
like
Soon
holding
to a
up
hospital
what
near
he
you.
thinks is a bank, but it's like a public library.
I don't know. What do you? I don't want to dig into that, but just real quick, what I was going to say was, so when Bitcoin pumped around 16, 17 and went to 20K, there was nothing. Maybe it was a little later than that. there was nothing exceptional going on within traditional markets or the stock market at that time to be a catalyst for that. I really think Bitcoin was niche enough where it could make movements like that on its own. And that's kind of created the legacy that Bitcoin can move independent of the markets. Now, the two have been conjoined so completely that, and we talk about this very often, but I just want to point out that whatever the traditional market does and the Bitcoin does, they're in confluence with each other. So those days where Bitcoin was small enough for it to market.
The all-time high market cap of crypto as a whole was $400 billion in 2017. Now it's like in the trillions. That's so much fucking money, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, and it's obviously divested in a way where it interacts with the stock market. So what happened last year where Bitcoin got to all-time highs, that was because, and it was during, the stock market just going on a complete tear like I've never seen in my lifetime. So the reason why Bitcoin is stagnating now is also the same reason, or inverse. It's because the stock market is stagnating as well. So maybe we'll see a good reversal if the regular markets start moving along, but I don't see a reason why they would. There's nothing good going on in traditional markets, and we've been seeing that from the way tech stocks have been sinking like rocks lately. But do you have anything to add on to that point specifically?
Speaking of tech stocks, can we have an S in the chat to spit on Netflix?
I will do weird things on Netflix's grave.
Can someone please explain what happened there?
I'll spit on it. I'll drop white stuff on it. I'll drop brown stuff on it. I'll do anything it takes
even
on
gray
that
stuff,
grave.
even maybe.
So, for the first time in a decade, Netflix has reported that they've lost subscribers in their quarterly earnings report.
And you know what? You know what's funny? I'm fucking one of them. I have had Netflix for 10 plus years. Even when I was on my last fucking dollars in college, I still paid for my Netflix and then ate one hash brown during the day because I had a family to feed. I had 6 people who had my Netflix password. I didn't want to let them down. And finally, I just got so fed up over the last... First off, I haven't watched anything. I haven't watched a show on Netflix for the last 2 years. Any show you want to watch, unless it's a Netflix exclusive, you can find them somewhere else. And it's usually in a lot easier manner. So the exclusives on Netflix are unwatchable. There's no point to any of them, and I don't even watch Stranger Things. So one day, I was just like, every time I looked up a show I wanted to watch, and most recently it's been Castle. I've been getting really into the show Castle.
Is that the Korean show?
No, it's basically a wine mom detective show with the guy from Firefly, the Joss Whedon meme factory show. But it's a good show, and I was like, oh, it's probably on Netflix. It's not. It's on Hulu. And I'm like, I'm sick of going through with this. And then I thought about it. $20 a month for Netflix is like $200 and something a year. I finally did the math. I'm like, why would I pay for this service that I don't even want? And I'm far from a cheap person. I overspend on stupid shit all the time. So I felt it was the principle of the matter at this point. I'm not watching anything on it. The subject matter that they choose to have on their shows is disgusting. And I want to watch Castle on Hulu. So I don't fucking care. Fuck Netflix. I'm out of here. I still have Disney Plus and all that garbage. So yeah, I'm out on that completely. I hope they get run to the ground.
Dude,
wasn't there
some
a
say
thing where,
some say Netflix was saved hard by Squid Game. Like they would have had like a really shitty earnings report if Squid Game didn't pop off, but it did, and it gave them like 6 extra months of like life support.
Oh, I can totally believe that, and they weren't expecting that either. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, wasn't there that thing where they announced that they're gonna try and stop account sharing?
Oh yeah, dude, that's like the final nail in the coffin.
They said that straight up openly. Yeah,
that's retarded if they do that.
I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine, and if they want to raise prices, that's fine as well. But there's no content left on that platform to carry it along.
I disagree.
Isn't,
to be honest, as someone who
watching on there,
as someone who doesn't watch stuff that much, it's still valuable to me. It's very convenient. I feel like you guys are like people who have maxed out their stats on RuneScape or gone to Global Elite on CS:GO, and they're like,
we don't even watch that
this
much
game
Netflix,
is shit
though.
now. You know, you finished the game. It's over for you. You can move on now. You can rest. But people like me, we're still level 1. We've got lots of stuff to do.
You have more. You're saying Tyson and I are a bunch of couch potato losers. That's what you're fucking.
I'm
saying,
not saying
it?
you're couch potato losers. I'm just saying
Boys,
you guys.
I'd throw a chair at you. I'd fucking throw a chair at you. Like, what do you mean? We're gonna be like Jersey Housewives.
Listen. I don't watch TV and movies. That much.
He's one of those people.
No, I want to. No, listen.
Do you
I
sit
want
down
to.
and read a book? Ooh,
No,
yeah,
no,
like I've
I
ever seen
want
you
to.
finish a fucking book.
What, you think you're fucking better than me, pal? No one's better than me.
Genuinely want to, but I just end up procrastinating from
you
that.
You want
somehow.
to, but you can't because you're too smart for it and too intellectual. And
I never said anything like that. You guys are projecting so hard right now.
Time for a weekly. I post a picture of his book that he pretends is reading in Discord. Yeah. Time for another one.
I don't read books that much.
Hey, which Hegel book are you reading this time? Is it?
Listen. I spend my days unironically just staring into space and the wall, like just my bedroom wall. Or
listen, my capacity for television shows is two at a time. I'm like Noah's Ark, 2 by 2. I can only watch 2 shows at a time. I cannot watch more than 3 shows at a time. So right now I got Walking Dead, which I've been watching for 10 years, which just had its mid-season finale.
Moyer, like, what's even the point?
It stopped being good after season 3, but I'm just in it. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like a bad it's like a domestic abuse case. I have a rich husband that beats me, so I don't want to leave him, you know? So I don't know. Maybe that's not a great example. I don't really know how that ties into it. But basically, I can't leave Walking Dead, and I'm watching a spinoff of a spinoff of a spinoff vampire show called Legacies. So I'm stuck there. I'm stuck. But now that Walking Dead is over, I can watch a little more Castle. So that's 2 at a time. When you talk to other people, they'll be like, "Oh, I started watching this. They have like 20 shows they're watching with their dumb fucking wife because they're losers and they just sit on the couch and watch these dumb shows after work every day." And that's just not me. So why would I keep paying Netflix to think that I'm that person?
That is actually pretty horrifying. Like, Netflix has like replaced real life for a lot of people.
It has. That's all that people do. They get done with their day and they come in and they stream and they watch something.
Like, I'm sure you go back 30 years, couples used to like, let's play ball or like, let's do something, right? They wouldn't like fucking...
Your perspective on relationships. That's what dads and sons do. We play ball. Do couples get home from work and be like, "All right, honey, you're point guard. Let's shoot some hoops tonight."
There are tears running down Tyson's face right now.
Tyson's like, "Oh no, right. That's just what I wish my dad always said to me."
Was it just kind of a Freudian slip there?
There is definitely a bit more beyond the scope of this podcast that we would have to use to kind of get into that. But okay, look, I looked it up quickly before we started this because it did pique my interest. It lost almost. It went down about $100 from 300. So that's shitcoin territory right there. That's shitcoin territory.
Apparently it was worse than the COVID crash.
Wait,
that's
who's
entirely
this?
believable.
Oh, Netflix. Damn.
Netflix, yeah.
Apparently it's worse than the COVID crash on Bitcoin.
What do you mean? Oh, wow. That's
dude.
It went
from 700 to 200. Holy shit!
Minus 70%. Holy fuck.
Yeah, but then chain link holders be like, "Yeah, but I got in at $50, so it doesn't matter. I'm still up 4x. I'm still up 4x."
$50.
No,
you are $50. It's fucking over. It's been long over for you.
No, I mean if Netflix holders were chain link people, you know what I mean?
Oh,
they'd be like,
gotcha.
"Oh, I still got it at 50, so it's fine. I'm still in profit." It's like, yeah, but you held it from 700 down to 400.
No. It's like, dude, in 2025 they're gonna have Squid Game 2. So if you just hodl till then,
yeah.
Buy the Squid Game pump.
They'll do the classic, but the product isn't actually out yet. So,
yeah, dude, once Squid Game 2 staking goes live.
You just reminded me of Squid Game coin. It just came in and out. You know what this is, though? I don't know if this is a redundant statement. I guess it is, but it's karmic. I'll just say it's retribution for what they did to Blockbuster. They took Blockbuster out to the shed and took them down like they were an old dog. And, Blockbuster didn't capitalize by being more retro and kind of harkening back to that. They could have taken that IP and done some interesting things with it. The iron's hot right now. You might as well strike. People don't care about Netflix, and they're inundated with stuff. Why don't you be like, hey, come on down to your local Blockbuster to have some weird nostalgic experience from the 90s. And
they don't exist anymore.
I know they don't.
You know what they
don't,
need to do?
The IP does, Go ahead.
So-
One still exists, Tyson, by the way.
I'm not sure if you guys would even remember this. Not saying that you guys are older than me, so but back in
You guys remember when I was a fetus?
Back during the
Twin Tower
heyday of the
style, where were
Xbox.
you? No, sorry.
Wait, you guys were alive for?
I
were you guys
was.
alive
No,
for
I was
9/11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah.
stop school for you guys too, or no?
They.
I wasn't in school for 9/11. I was too young for that.
Oh, okay. All right, I won't let you.
I was 3.
Looking back, I hate to sound like Tyson using this kind of terminology, but 9/11 was kino as fuck. Looking
Yes.
back, it was just. It's great Americana now. There's McDonald's, apple pie, and 9/11. So it just, I understand it was a bad thing. I get it. But let's just, for the sake of conversation, I look back nostalgically on 9/11.
It was
a rough
one of
day.
those major catalysts to the agenda. Anyway, that's.
There was
goes
one
ahead and
good
says
thing
that.
for 9/11 though. It managed to kill Pete Davidson's dad, so that's positive.
That's fair enough. And you're allowed to make that joke because he makes jokes like that all the time. So yeah, I'm glad his dad is dead too. But it was a huge catalyst for changing the world forever, and so was Dick Cheney closing the collective third eye of the world on top of the pyramids. But,
I was going to say that earlier about Netflix.
yeah.
Back in the heyday of the Xbox 360, Netflix had an exclusive feature on Xbox Live where you could get into party chats and with your friends you could watch anything on Netflix together.
Yep.
This
Me and my
kind-
buddy. Yep. We'd watch Tales from the Hood every year together as our Xbox Live avatars way
Based.
back in the day, where you'd sit in a little movie theater
Yeah,
and you could
yeah.
react to things.
Yeah.
Of course, dude. That was, oh man, the
If
best.
Netflix,
Good.
if Netflix brought that back, just had it on every platform,
Mm.
I think we might see a resurgence.
It's
People like to
possible.
neat. People like to neat, and they like that kind of shared experience.
That could be a dumb metaverse thing. You go to the movies in the
Yes.
metaverse, and it's Netflix or something.
I think
but-
that's a thing already, but I don't think Netflix is supported.
It's certainly possible, but it just bothers me. I'm a huge X-Files fan, and that was on Netflix forever, and then now it's not because they didn't want to pay for the license
Yeah,
anymore.
they get
or
rid
something
of
else.
shit. That's the most
It
annoying
just-
thing.
What's the point of? Yeah, I watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer on there. It's probably not on there anymore either, but whatever.
I
Yeah.
started this
Speaking
anime
of
on
old
Netflix.
shows,
Yeah.
speaking of old shows, I've been watching Family Guy recently.
Oh
And
my
it
God.
fucking pops off, dude. I love Family Guy.
All right, Tyson, what do you like about it?
It's just funny. Like, it's the first cartoon I'm watching in like a long time. It's just, it brings me back to like the days when I would watch South Park with my brother and just like laugh my ass off. It's kino.
Oh, that's cozy.
Yeah, that's not bad. I can't watch funny things. I don't enjoy watching funny things, but when your brain is off and you just can't take it anymore and it's just dulled down to a nub in your mind and you put on Family Guy, it's fucking crack, dude.
Yeah,
it
at
is
that
crack
point-
cocaine.
No,
It is like-
at that point you're better off just putting the bullet through your skull. Just do it. Get it over and done with. Come on.
No. It's just after a long day, and I do think it is funny. I think it's funnier than The Simpsons. That's for fucking sure. I have no idea why that show is so popular.
Okay.
You know what I've noticed more? You have like a vendetta against specific types of comedy. I've realized that.
I do. I have a lot of issues with humor in general. I have issues with funny. You if someone's a comedian or a self-described funny person, when you hang out with them, they always have some sort of distant sarcasm looming over conversations. It's like they're not genuine people. That's why I can't handle being around comedy or funny people, because they're always looking for some type of niche in a situation to be sarcastic or ironic, which in turn is demeaning towards the person they're talking to. I thought about this a lot. I've thought about it a lot. I just don't like fucking funny people. Go ahead.
I'm going to say something that probably isn't an unpopular opinion at all, but of all those American cartoons, Futurama Mogs.
Oh, yeah, that's a deep cut. And you know what? I got to give you respect there, because I watched that show front to back, and it is delightfully funny. It has some very emotional episodes, and it goes out on a high note. And it knew when to end. It's more
emotional than funny, to be honest. Like I like it for the more.
You might be
onto
ones. Something, Tyson. Yeah. I think
because I rewatched it and it was wholesome, but I didn't laugh a single bit. I'm like, oh, that's like a wholesome episode and shit. But
no, you had to smirk though. There's funny irony in it, you know.
Yeah, smirk.
Snoo, and
yeah. There's some decent stuff in there, but actually, I would I just put all of them above The Simpsons. I have no idea why people think The Simpsons is that funny. Mainly because I guess they did everything first, so they're the progenitor of it all, so you have to respect them for animated comedy, but I never got it. And now the show is...
It's the same with Seinfeld. Seinfeld is so unfunny, it's unreal, dude.
All right, that I just 100% disagree with. Just 100,000%. Seinfeld is hilarious, and okay, for instance, a show like Always Sunny in Philadelphia wouldn't exist if Seinfeld didn't exist. Just people being shitheads, nothing's really happening. That's the whole point, really. And the way they do it, they're a bunch of persnickety Jewish people in New York City, and they're self-aware of that, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they pull it off perfectly. And Cosmo Kramer, capped off his career in an incredible way. So,
I would rather watch SpongeBob over all of those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just SpongeBob Mogs Seinfeld so bad.
It does. I can't even compete.
Maybe I'm a boomer, but all I know is my parents would always have on Seinfeld, and it was always funny. So
SpongeBob is still funny,
dude. Friends Mogs Seinfeld.
All right, you're just getting abusive right now. don't make me say How I Met Your Mother is better than that. Don't make me say it.
Unironically, yes.
I'll touch the nuclear button.
That was the first sitcom that I ever watched. How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's pretty good, especially since you know what? That's too deep. I won't get into an episode that affected me. But what I will say is, did you know that anything past season 3 or 4 of SpongeBob is complete shit? That's when the newer ones started.
I do know about that. That's when the director or something left, I think.
Is that when it changed? Because
the writer or the director, they something happened to them.
I'll always randomly see funny SpongeBob clips on Twitter and be like, this is from season 4 of SpongeBob, and I'll see it and I'll be like, I don't remember this episode. I've watched millions of SpongeBobs, but I guess I was young and I only watched the first 3 seasons, really. I think that's what most people's memories of that show come from. I don't know any of the newer stuff. So most shows shouldn't go past... What?
It has to be more than 3 seasons.
There are more than 3 seasons, but I think the complexion of the show and the animation and everything
drastically. The writing, everything. There's a really good video essay I watched on it.
Really?
Video essay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty deep. It's pretty
SpongeBob
deep.
Analysis.
It's interesting, dude. Like SpongeBob and Squidward have these character arcs. They have these character arcs where like their struggles and their personalities kind of are swapped.
Philosophy of sponginess.
They're kind of like the opposites of each other, but they also have like a kind of yin and yang thing. If you remember, Moya, that the final episode, like before the director, and that was the one where they did the band
concert
thing.
Right?
Yeah, the concert. Yeah.
That was the changing point of the show. Oh, no wonder. Wow,
well, that was supposed to be the ending.
Yeah. So
and
that's one
that
of the
was
best
supposed to
episodes
highlight
of all time. Yeah,
that was supposed to highlight Squidward's moment. Like he was always this depressed and like, damn, guy's a loser in life. Like he's never gonna make it. And like the ending was supposed to be like, here's Squidward, he fucking made it.
Damn, That's crazy.
If you remember that episode, he was so depressed before that concert shit kicked off. And then, like, his bros came out and saved him.
An instrument.
Yeah.
I love how I is castigating Tyson and I for watching television shows on our Netflix, and then he's like, "So I was watching a SpongeBob analysis the other day." What you do in your spare time? You sick cunt.
SpongeBob has some really, really adult themes going on. Watch it, but I promise you, watch the first 3 seasons again. I promise you, you will pick up on shit you never understood when you were a kid.
I guarantee that.
I heard that phrase so many times when I heard people talking about the My Little Pony show. They'd always say, it's got so many jokes for adults. You just have to see it."
Those were just child molesters in training. Those were just child molesters in training. That is exactly what those people were. So, oh my goodness! But just real quick, because I forgot to bring it up earlier, not to take a second loop around, but I feel like we go in for airstrikes. We airstrike with a bunch of crypto stuff, then we pull out and talk about whatever we talk about.
Enemy Harriers incoming.
Yeah, enemy Harriers incoming with more crypto related discussion because it's been bothering me.
I do have something to say actually about.
Okay, all right.
I want to make it cool. I think.
All right.
Sorry, go on.
You go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Tyson, you said something about the halvening.
Yes.
The halving. Yeah. Do you know when the Litecoin halvening is?
Oh yes. Actually,
because I'm looking at.
I know
the
exactly
Litecoin
what you're talking about.
I'm looking at the Litecoin weekly, the Litecoin weekly on the log, and it's coming up to this really major trend line. I think we could see a bounce from. Assuming Bitcoin dumps from here, I see Litecoin going to about. Well, if it holds $82 ish, then I think we could see a pretty sizable bounce, and possibly.
Okay.
Even like the beginning of a run to a new all-time high.
So Bitcoin has a halvening in around 2 years. Litecoin has a halvening in 1 year, 1 year and 3 months.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think when this happens, and I think you're thinking the same thing, it's going to be good for a pump.
Yeah.
On Litecoin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when's the Walmart partnership?
Dude, I can't believe that someone found an exploit so big that they had full access to Donald Trump's account, just anyone's account on all of Twitter, and they used it to post a Bitcoin giveaway thing. When what they could have done, was just opened a log and then had Trump be like, "Oh, Bitcoin is now legal tender in the United States."
He should have just said, "We're going back to the gold standard."
So he should have said, like, "Yeah, we're creating a Bitcoin standard to back the US dollar," and that would have been like, that's it. Like, Bitcoin's fucking 100K right there. The same day it's done.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, was Trump president when that happened?
Yeah,
probably. His account got hacked or blocked. There was an angry intern at Twitter that basically got into his account at some point and did something like, haha, just a mistake. So who knows?
It wasn't an intern. So it was actually someone from forum that we know very well.
Based.
And he found an exploit that let him access any Twitter account, post whatever.
Oh no, I'm talking of a separate instance. There was a separate instance as well where something happened. Just Trump's Twitter account, and people were like, "Oh, what's going on here?" So I don't know. All right, I'll have to keep my.
Wait, you guys remember when Ted Cruz shared porn on his Twitter as well?
Yes, he did. He did. That was good. Wait, you just reminded me though. Did you see that scam going out recently where Apple calls you? It says Apple on your caller ID. And there was a guy on Twitter talking about, he was like, I just lost my Bored Ape because I answered the phone when Apple called and gave them all my information.
What the fuck?
It's like not the police, not a family member. Apple called you, so you gave them all your information. You fucking idiot. I gotta say, that's a small slice of heaven there on Twitter when you see guys with Bored Ape icons complaining about losing all their money in MetaMask. It makes me laugh every time. I love to see it. You love to see it.
So today, actually, I got something similar on my phone. So this is weird, right? So I was on Amazon and I bought some headphones or something, and a couple hours later I get a text message from just a regular mobile number I've never seen, and the text reads as follows:
I'm gonna kill you tonight.
Royal Mail, your shipments could not be delivery because the shipping fee not paid. Please confirm here. And then it's like some shortened link, so I actually clicked on it in a private browser.
You clicked it?
No, in a private browser, so it's fine.
Okay.
In like a sandbox. And it's like the shittiest, most most retarded looking Royal Mail website I've ever seen. And it says like shipping fee like £5 or something. And I noticed like the £5 bit was an image. So that means like it wasn't even like being like generated, like the data wasn't even being pulled from something else. Like he just posted the image there, so you just know if I'd put my information there, it'd probably take like $5,000 from my bank or something. And I looked it up and like, yeah, there's actually a lot of these. But then what was really demoralizing was the amount of people that actually went through with this shit and paid the fees.
I know people, unfortunately, grandmothers, grandfathers, older people, they fall for this stuff all the time. There was a big one in the U.S. where the IRS would call you, and it sounded very legitimate, and just to let you know, they never will. They only send you letters, but people very easily fell for that one. It's unsurprising. The worst thing that ever happened to me was when I was playing a CSGO game, and my avatar in Steam on CSGO is just my face straight up. And one time there was a streamer girl on. She was like, "Yo, my name's there." She's like, "You're kind of cute," or something like that. And so I played a few games with her, and she was cool. And then about 6 months later, some other girl on Steam messaged me and was like, "Do you want to play a few games?" And I was like, "I don't know who you are." She was like, "Oh, well, if you don't have time to play a game, can you just vote for my team on this website?" And I didn't know that this website connected your Steam API key and stole all your skins. And I was about to log in and give the team a vote, like a fucking simp of an imaginary Steam profile. But I was like, you know what? There's a lot of money in my inventory. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. And I pulled out of it. I didn't end up doing it. So it's like, whatever. But, yeah.
Oh, you were just reminding us of something kind of fucked up me and my mate did back in school. So it was year 10.
Grandma?
Oh, no, it was year 10. And we had like a friend group and we'd all play CSGO. And there's this one like kind of like weird kid that we play with. Like, he wasn't... I don't know, he's just kind of weird. He wasn't mean or he wasn't like...
I thought that was the story. Keep going.
No. Anyway, we'd kind of pick on him and stuff, but that's only because like...
Hey, you little wanker, your mom's a wanker. Is that what you'd say?
Kind of, but like he was... like he would pick on other people in the weirdest ways imaginable. Like, we'd be in class and he'd like, "Oh, Ari, your cock's looking nice today." He'd just say that fucking... weirdos. He'd just say that out loud. And like he wouldn't even deliver it in a funny way, so it was just weird. Anyway.
Maybe he was just like a regular gay guy.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't gay. He's really naive as well and really gullible. So we pick on him for that. Anyway. So we used to play shit on Steam together, mainly CS, and he didn't have many. Like basically, his entire Steam friends list was like 4 people of my friend, like from my friend group and me. So one of these days we noticed he had a bunch of like super expensive skins in his inventory. So what we decided to do was we all messaged him like a cryptic, like kind of like, "Oh, our account is hacked" kind of message at the same time. We changed our profile so it's like a picture of a skull, and then we distorted our text and we said like hacked by like it's fucking
my God.
Yeah, like fucking lizard lizard injection or something. It'd be shit like that, like some really stupid stuff. We made it look like our entire friends list was hacked, and then we were messaging him saying like, "Oh, Cameron, that's a very nice inventory you have there. Oh, I see you live in this location," which we just, of course, happen to know.
Yeah, and you just knew it already, so he probably got shook. He probably got real shaken up on that one.
He got super shaken up, and we were like, if you don't want, wait, what did we say? We said some. What did we say? We say something like, if you don't want something, wait, if you know what's best, if you know what's best for you, you better listen to us. Something like that. Just some gay fucking Guy Fawkes wearing mask.
Did he listen to you?
Yeah. So he was like, "Oh, okay, sir. Please
Sure.
bear with me. Like, I'll listen to you." And we were like, "Okay. First of all, give us your knives." And he was hesitant at first. And then we kind of did like a show of power, so we DDoSed him.
Oh my gosh!
And
jeez.
we were like, "Oh yeah, this is just 1% of our power."
Oh my god!
This
He
is my
actually
final
fell
form.
for it.
Yeah,
Oh
and he was
my
like,
gosh.
okay, and he gave us like fucking 3 knives, which at the time was like
Wow, that's not bad at all.
yeah. And then we just gave it back, and we were like, "Hey, we're just fucking with you." He's
Good.
like,
It sounds like he
Dude, I
deserved
shat
it.
myself.
He sounds like he deserved it. Absolutely.
Yeah, looking back, that was fucking horrible.
Mhm,
Can't believe I did
mhm.
that.
Nah, if he was saying annoying shit in class, you might as well show him a little lesson here or there. But
Okay.
before actually the thing that I was initially going to bring up before we were talking about Litecoin and then somehow veered into scams because Litecoin and that kind of go hand in hand. Tyson,
I
maybe you
know
can
that.
answer this. What the fuck is Fantom doing? What the fuck is that? What is that shit? Dude, it's going to go under $1 soon. It's shit.
Let's fucking go.
No, what's the point? I don't
What did
get
you
it. Why?
expect? Did you really think it was going to go
good.
forever?
It shouldn't
Yeah.
be 40-something in the ranking under Axie Infinity or whatever the
over.
fuck else.
Dude, let me
over.
paint something in perspective for you, all right? Fantom went up 31,000% in like less than 2 years. Like, you're fucking lucky. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's over 100,000%.
All right.
All right, he made
That I
it.
don't believe.
No,
All right.
I'm
No,
gonna
looking
get
at
the
money,
actual
It's actually
number.
over 100,000%.
No, it's
no.
not. Shut
All
the
right.
fuck up. Oh wait,
What am
hold
I
on.
doing in it then?
Oh,
What am
no,
I
wait, he
doing
might be
in
right,
it?
actually.
I just
I'll
thought
post a
it would at
screenshot.
least go to $5. I thought it would go to $5, but the fact it was sub 2 cents, sub 1 cent at some point, I guess I shouldn't even
Yeah.
expect that anymore. I need to get into something else. I need to get into WoW Narrow or some shit. I don't know. I've seen that.
Since
posted
the
around.
COVID crash, Fantom went up. Oh, is it 20? Holy fuck! 224,302%. You're not
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
What the hell?
Told you.
Oh my god! Fantom was the buy of this. Oh, other than Shib.
I know. I wasn't fully aware of Fantom until it was, sub 50 cents, and I'm like, yeah, I even got in somewhere around there. But
Really? You weren't even.
I mean, I was aware of its existence at 2 cents, but I was stuck in Chainlink because it was a
We know a
fucking
certain someone who
Stockholm
is shelling it
syndrome.
relentlessly.
Yeah, someone addressed me directly and said, get out of Chainlink and put it into Fantom when Fantom was at 2 cents. I would have been well past retired if I did that.
Did you say they
but
did or they didn't? Because
They did.
I did.
They told me
Yeah.
that.
same.
Not you.
No, they did to me as well. I just didn't listen.
Yeah, no,
I was
no.
a fucking idiot. I
And
should've-
hey, I give that guy credit for trying. Trying.
Trying. That guy is a king right now. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean trying to let us
Oh,
know
oh, yes,
to buy
yes.
it.
Okay,
you
my bad,
know,
my bad.
You
Yeah.
know, no, it's all good. It's all good. But I'm gonna move to something else. And Schmegma Weapon is doing what it's doing. I haven't been super impressed with this movement lately, but I think there's just a lot of people who need to get out of it. So I'm still in Mega Weapon. I'm still hanging out. I'm still waiting until it goes to $20.
Hold on.
But-
What happened to staking?
Oh my god, 347. Why did I buy this? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's tough, but it was around 440. Now it's at 350. It's having a hard time reacting to Bitcoin. We'll see how the next few stakes go, but I'm up on it. If it gets down to 3, I'll start getting worried. But I think it's establishing a floor, and I think when Bitcoin recovers, Schmegma Weapon will recover as well. It's called Mega Weapon, but I'm just calling it Schmegma Weapon because I think it's funny.
You're American, yeah.
Because something I'll never experience as an American because I'm cut. But all right. So we'll get out of that. Tyson, have you been drinking anything lately or no? Or is that saga still going on or what?
Are you still an alcoholic? Are you still depressed?
No, I've been going fucking hard on gin and tonics. That's the only thing I'm doing these days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What was it this time? Another dream?
What?
Pretend girlfriend left you?
No, wait.
No.
I thought you had a Clamato.
No, I just saw this image and it made me think of you, so...
Oh, okay.
That's why he's been drinking, okay.
Dude, this sounds like the most
Tyson,
disgusting beverage I've ever heard in my life. Like clam
For
juice.
those who are unaware, Tyson presented me a picture of a Clamato while we were talking, and it's my favorite drink. It's Bud Light, clam juice, tomato juice, salt, and lime.
Clam juice?
Ew.
Yeah, dude. And it's the way drinks were meant to be had. It's the way drinks were meant to be had. I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try it. When you guys come over to the States, we'll all have some nice Clamatos, okay? We'll all have some nice Clamatos on me, on the house, for sure.
On you, yeah.
I think I'll have to make a quick trip.
We'll be
to the,
drinking it off of you like it's a frat party or something.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Speaking of drinking problems, have you guys seen any clips from this Amber Heard Johnny Depp stuff?
Oh my god! Can I just say,
I'm
dude,
Team
she's
Amber.
So
I'm Team
hot.
Amber. Oh,
she's so hot.
She's
She's
smoking hot.
obviously fucking guilty, but I'm still Team Amber. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, I'm Team Amber
She's
as well.
guilty.
Absolutely. Yeah. How could you not be? I mean, she was rolling on this dude.
Wait,
she was
when you
rolling
say
up.
Morally,
you say Team Amber,
Johnny
are
Depp.
you saying
Johnny Depp isn't the right because he was abused and stuff.
How do you know he's in the right? He was an alcoholic, druggy fuck up too. Who knows what he was doing as well?
I think
Just
we
'cause
both
there's
know he
recording
was
of-
getting beat the fuck up by Amber. But what she wanted
So
by
hot.
beating him up was she wanted the strong guy to beat her up back to show her who's boss. The whole time she's been screaming that. And if I was in Johnny's shoes, I would have showed her what's up.
Oh, of course he had to talk. Okay, dude, you would not have what it takes to take on Amber Heard. You'd be like, "Yes, ma'am, right away, ma'am," and she'd smack
Are you
and
serious? I would swing in a second without a
It would
second
be
of
on
hesitation.
site. It would be on site. No, dude. She has so much overbearing emotional.
Yeah, by the time I'm done with her,
energy.
she's looking like Johnny Depp.
No, dude. I saw that clip of Johnny Depp grabbing and swigging a whole bottle of wine and lunging around and smacking the camera. He's just as much of a degenerate moron as she is, and at least she's smoking hot. And you got recordings of her being a crazy bitch, and Johnny Depp just like, oh yeah, fuck off. Go be another Tim Burton movie, you fucking loser. Like, it's so
Didn't she
ridiculous.
cut his finger off or something?
No, she took
She
a
cut
shit
off
in
the
his
tip
bed.
of his. No, but she did cut off the tip of his.
She
finger
wait,
as
yeah,
well,
she shit the bed as well.
Dude, she's crazy, and
That's next level.
you know what's
dude.
interesting about the whole thing is that she was a psychopath with Johnny Depp. I believe prior to them getting married, or maybe when they were on a break, she briefly dated Elon Musk, and nothing came out
Yes.
of that.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
but no
yeah.
weird stories came out of it. I think
Because
Musk
she
maybe
knew what
knew
was
how to
up.
handle her.
Yeah.
I think he knew how to handle her compared to Johnny, and or maybe he makes her sign NDAs before he dates her or something. I'm not sure. But there's something
He like
that went on
threatened to
very.
spend her into space.
Yeah, maybe because Musk had billions of dollars and she knew that she would always be secure with him. Depp is just
dude.
kind of.
Depp
What?
is not broke. He's probably
Yes, he is.
9 figures.
Depp is very broke. He made a bunch of
no.
bad real estate investments. He's been in financial trouble for quite some time. So
Net
I don't know if
worth
that has something to do with it.
is-
He's worth
2012.
150 million, I think. That's what it says.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how much he's made in his career, or probably way more than that. But if you counteract that with all of his bad investments and the way he's strung his money out, I think he's actually in trouble financially. That's what I heard 10 years ago.
Dude, it always
So-
bothered me how
just
people say
liquidate-
like John Depp is like one of the best looking actors alive. Like, who the fuck thinks that?
When he was younger,
he was.
yeah. He was.
No, he was back in the day. He had the chiseled jaw and the hair. And oh no, I was about to say
Him
because of his
him and DiCaprio were kind of like a
DiCaprio mogs
thing.
them any day.
Well,
I mean, sure, you can argue that, but like, yeah.
The reason why we have these discussions because all of these men, Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp, all these iconic men are all trying to live up to being River Phoenix. And they never will be because River Phoenix was Joaquin Phoenix's brother, and he was the it guy forever and ever. But then he died tragically, I guess, in his early 20s or something like that. So ever since then, all those guys have been trying to like find that similar identity. But he died at the right time, and they'll never be able to catch up with him. So he was the OG heartthrob out of all those groups. But it is what it is. I might be
more so than Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I feel like people don't talk about Brad Pitt being super attractive as much as they used to. It's very strange because he's a very attractive guy.
Dude, people talk about it so much that even I heard of it when I was growing up in Singapore, in Asia.
They'd be like, "Oh, Brad Pitt! Oh, Brad Pitt's so cool."
Oh my god, Brad.
Yeah, Brad Pitt has aged a lot more gracefully than Depp or DiCaprio.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, and DiCaprio's done too many stupid movies for me to care. I really hate Wolf of Wall Street, and I really hate Django. There's a lot of movies he's done that I'm just.
Speaking of Brad Pitt, guess who hasn't aged gracefully? Angelina Jolie. She looks busted as fuck.
No,
let's have a look.
Come on.
Yeah, ever since she got her things chopped off, it is not looking good.
She had to do that because of cancer, though.
Well, she hadn't done anyway, so too bad.
I mean, yeah, Tyson. She does look great. But
it's unfortunate.
How much of that is?
I mean, if you get that done to yourself and you're a woman, you're automatically a man. So,
well, speaking of her and Brad Pitt, the reason why they broke up is because Angelina Jolie adopted 9 or so children, and one of them was straight up trying to bang her on a flight, and Brad Pitt got angry, and this was one of the reasons that led to their divorce. Yeah, one of her kids she adopted from Africa or something was trying to bang her.
She agreed to bang him.
No,
like she was.
She didn't agree.
No.
Yeah, he was basically hitting on her.
Dude, this is so fucking funny.
He was her kid.
It's actually this Asian kid that she adopted.
Oh, what?
Hold on. I'm looking this up right now.
A little Tyson.
Oh,
fuck your bitch.
Son.
Hey, yo, mama, what the mouth do?
Don't look it up now. It's the bottom of the Angelina Jolie iceberg.
15 years old.
Yeah, boy.
What a fucking young king, dude.
Some of them just got to take a hit for the team for all of us. But do you guys know why Amber Heard is popular? By the way, I was trying to figure out what her big role was. What did she do that was even a big deal?
Oh wait, never mind. This is a different thing, by the way. This is when they hit their kid or something.
Wasn't it Aquaman that she was?
She was popular before that, though. There was some reason that she was popular, and I can't quite remember why. That was Angelina Jolie. Fuck, I'm gonna smack you in the fucking.
Wait, who are you talking
face.
about now?
I'm talking about Amber Heard. Why she's popular?
She was actually in Pineapple Express.
Yes, she was also.
Okay.
Go on.
No, I was.
She was in Magic
that's
Mike.
That's what brings you to superstardom. Being in Pineapple Express, like what was it?
The stardom came when she starred in the star in the reasonably priced car on Top Gear.
Is that true? She was in Top Gear.
She was interviewed by Jeremy Clarkson and everything, and she looked amazing in that.
You just know.
She does look amazing all the time.
You just know.
You just know. Clarkson was...
He was all up in that.
Clarkson had 4 drips of pre-cum.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna... We're just gonna have to pull it back there. Just to be clear, we are Team Amber on this podcast.
Yeah.
Some might not know. But other than that, I might still be out on the table, but Tyson and I are very clearly pro Amber, and we'll wait till Adam gets back. We'll give the final word. But until then, you guys got anything else?
Hold on. Pro Amber in what way? No, this needs resolution.
All of
She's just objectively more based than Johnny Depp.
Have any of you guys dated a girl with BPD before?
Look,
What is
you have to
BPD?
have a certain level of
borderline
testosterone to
personality
understand.
disorder.
No, I have not.
Okay, you guys have no fucking idea.
I'm sorry, but it just I think I don't think Johnny Depp is this meek, defenseless man just going. Oh,
Listen, okay, you know what? To any
No,
young
I think
men
he is, and
listening,
that makes it so much better that he is.
no, don't ignore these two. To any young men listening, like all three of you, just don't date
What?
anyone with BPD. Just it's one of those things that you don't do. It's probably in the Bible somewhere. Just
Or
trust
if you
me.
do, be prepared to swing back. Right?
No, because then one of these days you will wake up with one of your kidneys missing.
The classic
And
kidney
you'll
on the
find
black market.
She'll probably feed it to you in the form of a lasagna or something 2 days later when she's clinging to you again.
Absolutely. Okay. Well,
Dude, the party is so fucking loud in the background, dude. Holy shit.
Can you hear that? I know,
Yeah,
they're still
yeah.
going. It's just annoying, and this goes on what I was saying last week. Local bands just playing music that all sounds the same, and everyone gets around it, and they all like their live music. They don't care who it is. They just like live music like some other fucking losers on this podcast. And it's just annoying. It's just really, I just hate it. I
Dude,
just really,
what is
really
with
hate it.
like amateur bands or local bands and like not knowing how to set up their fucking sound system? Every single time I've seen live music from a small band, they set the thing up so like the volume of their instruments is so loud that you literally can't even hear their fucking voice. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want you to. I don't know. But I guess we'll let them play us out or something. No, I'm just kidding. All right, it was good catching up with you guys, and I guess we'll be back around next week. So, in closing, I'm just gonna say, go Amber. You're almost at the finish line. Tyson, what do you got?
Angelina, I'll give you a second chance. So
After hitting on her on that plane when you were 15. All right, what you got?
I'm having second thoughts. I'm thinking I can save Amber, to be honest. I can save her, yeah.
yeah, you can fix her.
I can fix her. I can make a woman out of her,